Take your criticism, man, stick it up your, just met your girl and she's about to give up the, keep talking crazy. When I'm around, act like, when he comes up missing, well, you already know. I got my control over a troll. For me to acknowledge your existence, it will cost you a toll. It will cost you a fee to get attention from thee. But I think it's cute you have time for mentioning me.
The next topic we're going to discuss on Boxing Bros is Shawn Porter. He confirms that he is fighting Terence Crawford next. And so let's take a listen.
Pressed for time, so I want to jump straight into it. Now, the rumor is, has it, that we got the fight between you and Terence Crawford coming.
I love the rumors because I hear them after everybody else hears them. You know what I mean? So that is the rumor. It's more than a rumor. That fight better happen. Mm-hmm. I will say that fight better happen. I think we have a purse bid coming soon. Yep. I do also know that my promotional team, his promotional team, is still trying to come to an agreement, so the fight will happen. I
heard Eddie Hearn was looking to throw some money at it,
or something like that too. I hear all the rumors, I hear them after they hit the airways, but I do see them, and I'm really in the exact position that I've always wanted to be in. When I said I wanted to be a professional fighter, I wanted everybody talking about me. I wanted everybody coming to see me, and the fact that everyone's excited, not just about Shawn Porter, but about Terence Crawford and Shawn Porter. I'm exactly where I want to be in life.
So many people are split when asked about that fight. What makes you confident that you could be the one to give him his first loss?
As they should be. Everybody should be split. Enjoy the fight. Come on and watch. Buy it if you got to buy it. I don't know what's going to happen, but that's one you don't want to miss. I stopped at the gas station and somebody said, "When's your next fight?" He said, "I heard it's Crawford." I said, "Yeah." He said, "Man, I love both of y'all." I said, "Chill out. Just make sure you don't miss it. Yeah. Enjoy the fight. Yeah. Nothing but greatness is going to happen on that night. Whenever that fight happens, hopefully it happens before the end of this year." But back to your question, I just feel like I've been through it all. I feel like I've had every experience that there needs to be had. I really don't think that he has anything that I haven't seen before. But on the other side of it, I think that I do. So I think that that's where my success lies. But it's up to me to prepare, and it's up to me to go in there and do everything that I've done to this point. Yeah.
Well, hey. All right. So, and I want to also say that this is Beyond the Gloves. You can subscribe to their channel. You see right here. I mean, Behind the Gloves. This is footage from Behind the Gloves, and you can subscribe to their channel. So. Here, you heard it from Shawn Porter. He says that he's fighting Terence Crawford. They're working on it, but that's his next fight, and he's looking forward to it, and he's excited for the matchup. And I also want to point out, I didn't see his pants, but his top looked good. It was the first time I saw Shawn, and I was like, okay, Shawn's looking all right there.
Wasn't having it. Triller picked his wardrobe. Triller picked his wardrobe.
I like this get up on that one. All right, Trill Dog Bill, what's your reaction to that?
If anything, if this year in boxing has showed us, I'll believe it when it happens. But I'm glad that he is saying that this is the fight. This is the fight. This is good. This is good to see TC in there with a real welterweight in SP. So I think this is dope, even though I think that it's going to be a tough fight. But I also think that Shawn Porter is a little bit tailor-made for Terence Crawford. And I think this is going to be an exciting fight. I think it's a good fight. This is the fight that I wanted to see TC in. I wanted him to get a real welterweight under his belt, a real, you know what I'm saying? And then we can get to the nitty gritties, the real fight that we wanted to see at welterweight. But I'm digging it. I'm digging it, and I'm glad that things is moving in the right direction. Excuse me. And shout out to Eddie. They said Eddie was throwing the bag in there. Shout out to Eddie. Eddie always throwing some money around.
Eddie trying to get in there somehow.
Eddie trying to fight, but Eddie trying to throw some dollars in there. So I'm not mad at Eddie. But yeah, this is a good look. This is a good look for both guys, because Shawn needs to fight, and TC need to be in there with a credible welterweight to get some respect, you know what I'm saying, for fighting a real welterweight. So I think it's dope.
Prosperity G.
Yeah, it's funny that they talked about the Eddie thing, because I also seen that when Eddie was like he's gonna actually bid on the fight. Now the purse bid was actually supposed to happen last week, but both parties, Top Rank and PBC, agreed to still continue negotiating, and I like to believe it's because of Eddie. Like Al Heyman don't rock with Eddie, bro. So I don't really think Bob really rock with Eddie like that either. So I think they're like, man, we can't get this dude no bread. You know what I'm saying? Like he's gonna get more subscriptions, man. Nah, we ain't having that. So I think they're just trying to just figure it out between Top Rank and PBC. So I don't even think it's gonna go to purse bid, to be honest with y'all. Like I think they're gonna announce the fight probably in the next couple of days.
Yeah, I think you're right on that, G. And I'm gonna throw to you, Ned. I just want to add, I think they're afraid of Triller too. After what Triller did with Tio, and this fight's a lot bigger than that. So I think they're worried they don't want it to go to purse bid. Ned,
Eddie, keep feeding these streets, boy. You know, we know where the money at. We know where the money reside. You feel me? But you know, I'm glad that we actually TC getting a credible opponent at this point in his career, and actually getting some entertaining boxing. You know, past couple months we got bad news on fights, and we got letdowns. You know, it was so hopefully this fight falls through and it actually happens because I'm excited. You know, I want to see TC and Porter. You know, it's a for me it's a 50-50 fight. We don't know how it's gonna go. We got hungry fighters on each side. We got fighters trying to prove themselves. So I can't really be mad at that. And you know, let's make it happen.
I always have to approach the TC topic with kid gloves because everything I say triggers some folks. But the bottom line is, I just called out a reality that TC even admitted when he and his lawyer wrote a letter to Top Rank. They said they never faced a marquee name, is what they said. So I didn't say it. TC said it himself. And I just pointed out facts and people got upset. One of the facts that I pointed out was that Danny Garcia and Shawn Porter are elite fighters. And I took heat for that. When TC wasn't fighting them, and I said that they were elite fighters that he should fight, people said they weren't elite. They highlighted the fact that Shawn Porter took all these L's and Danny Garcia has all these L's. But elite isn't decided based on how many L's you took. It's about how you perform during those L's. So a mediocre fighter can't beat Shawn Porter. A gatekeeper can't beat Shawn Porter. Shawn Porter's losses have come to other championship caliber fighters. He lost to Kell Brook. And although I think Eugenio Ugas beat him, Eugenio Ugas is a champion who just beat Manny Pacquiao. And although I think Danny Garcia beat him and he got the decision over both of those guys, those two guys are still championship caliber. And he has victories over them. So they were close fights. And the fight with Eugenio Ugas was a close fight, and the fight with Danny Garcia was a close fight. He had the benefit of getting a decision. So Shawn Porter has victories over two elite fighters. But yes, he does have some losses. He has lost to Earl Spence, who's an elite fighter. He has lost to Kell Brook, who was an elite fighter before injuries and inactivity derailed his career. And Shawn Porter has an L to him. Now, you can sit there and try to say that Shawn Porter is not elite, but the bottom line is no one has beaten Shawn easily. Shawn has always had close fights, and Shawn always comes to play. So what TC can do is he can be the guy to beat Shawn Porter in a decisive, easy fight, and that would be a statement. Because contrary to what people were trying to say, I see Shawn Porter as an elite welterweight. So TC can make a statement by beating Shawn Porter. Does Shawn Porter have L's? Yes. But show me the guy who can say I dominated him. I don't know. I don't know that guy. Shawn gives everyone trouble. That's the statement that TC can make. And I'm happy that TC has the opportunity to do this because contrary to what people think, I've never questioned TC's talent or his ability. I just want to see that talent and ability tested against one of the other elite fighters in the division, and I'm getting that, and I'm happy for that. People also started trying to say, oh, well, Shawn Porter's not going to take the fight. Shawn Porter doesn't want the fight. Again, what planet are you from? Shawn Porter fights everybody. That's what he's known for. So when I hear certain things and people say certain things about me or trying to say the way I call it down the middle. TC knows himself, and you can look it up because he said it. He has no marquee names. Shawn Porter will be the biggest fight of his career, will be the biggest name on his resume. And Trill pointed out something. He believes Shawn Porter is tailor-made for him. But that doesn't mean he's not going to give him credit for beating Shawn. He thinks it's a good fight, a good matchup for TC. Like Trill, I believe this is a good matchup for TC. But I also think if he wins this matchup in decisive fashion, he deserves credit for it because he would have done it to an elite welterweight who no one else was able to dominate in that fashion. Our objective is not to hate on anybody, but it's not to gas up anybody either. Our objective is not to hate on anybody. Our objective is to simply tell it how it is. I've been waiting and waiting and waiting to go crazy about Terence Crawford. I really have been. And I hope I get to do it after the Shawn Porter fight. Because I know this. This is what I know, and I don't even need to see the fight yet. Shawn Porter's coming in shape. Shawn Porter's coming to fight. Shawn Porter's coming to win. Shawn Porter's a former champion. Shawn Porter wants to be champion again. Shawn Porter has given all the top fighters in his division fits, and he's coming to do the same for Terence Crawford. This I know. So if Terence Crawford beats him and beats him decisively, he deserves massive credit for that. Now you watch the haters. Now what Terence Crawford haters are going to do is what TC fans used to do when they wanted to hate on Danny Garcia and Shawn Porter and say that Shawn Porter is not elite. But I believe that Shawn Porter is elite. And I believe TC deserves credit if he beats Shawn Porter. So I'm with everyone else on this panel. I'm very excited about this fight. TC fans, if this is on pay-per-view, this is your chance to actually buy a fight to support Terence Crawford. This is your chance to actually do that. I can't wait. Let's get it done. Let's get it done at the end of this year. Terence Crawford or Shawn Porter. Let's do it.
Hear, hear. Let us know how you feel in the comment section. Please like and subscribe and check us out on Instagram and Twitter. And please check out our podcast on all major streaming services. And something else I would like you to do. I would like you to check out Phantom's album right now, Destined for Stardom, out now on all streaming services. You know what it is. That's my bro, the Spirit G. Over there's my bro, the TBE. Then you got my bro right there. That's Caden, always spitting facts. I'm the commissioner, Trill Dollar Bill. You know what it is. Thank you for rocking with us. We are the Boxing Bros. Mighty, mighty Boxing Bros.
When things seem bleak, walk with me. To navigate these streets, walk with me.